standard and of a level that would produce the kind of the potential and possible sources of funding to put setting up tertiary institutions. I wouldn't
a concise document.
Yes, but of course, I'm very much willing to receive support if it comes.
No, hold on.
I do, but I am not saying that it is perfect.
Good, all right. But do you have a strategy plan also that is more or less, an internal document for your organization, talking about how, you would achieve your purposes?
Yes,
you have a strategy plan?
We have our strategy. We have.
No. I know you have a strategy. What I'm saying is, do you have a strategy document?
Now, is that different from a strategy? When you say strategy document?
No, is your strategy written down? That's what I want to do.
Oh, yes. Yes. We have a 3 to 5 years. We actually started with 5 years, then we cascaded down to a 3-year strategy plan.
Good. That's what I mean. So that's a separate document.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, do you have a fundraising strategy document?
No.
Okay. Do you have a placement memorandum for your potential investors, funders, grant providers?
No.
Okay. Now, two essentials which are still missing, in your very, very hard and good work you're doing, because I love something you said, uniqueness of your product, because product uniqueness is something that, more or less can, get the attention of potential funders, financiers and the rest of it. Okay. And that can easily make a project to be scalable. However, you see, what you are experiencing now is not as much as what you might consider to be refusals from the request you are making, but your own internal preparedness to get what you need. All right. You need a placement memorandum to be able to explain, to your potential investors, you understand, what they are coming into, what they would, what they will get, what they will receive. So it depends on the kind of facility you are looking for. If you're looking for angel investors, you are looking for soft loans from development banks, you're looking for soft loans from private individuals, there must be a placement memorandum that will state clearly what the financial dynamics will be, what is coming in and what potentially will be allotted to them and the rest of it. Just like the normal, though in this case it's a private document, it's not a public one. However, when you grow to become, what your vision dictates, there's nothing that stops you from going public, going to the capital markets, and then getting, a public placement memorandum. But most importantly, what you need at this point, what I can see that you need to flesh out very quickly, is your personal, that is your company's fundraising strategy. You have an organizational strategy, but the fundraising strategy is required. You need that, to give you a complete, maybe minimum 5-year rollout of how you are going to be getting in funding, and who is going to be more or less responsible for certain activities, the kind of inflows you are looking at, the kind of places you would think you will get the funding, you know, how you're going to harvest that funding. Then, most importantly, the activities that will follow the research. You understand? So, because that, as it were, is not captured in any document from what you have told me, and as a result of that, you know, you are missing out on, you know, great opportunities and great chances there. Trust me, when you sit down to begin to research, you'll be amazed to see that there are so many other organizations, you know, who will be very, very sympathetic to your cause, very understanding to your cause, you know, because you are able to strike a chord in their hearts. You know, there is more or less a meeting of visions. There's a meeting of, you know, visions particularly. And when they see that, you know, you are the right platform to express themselves, you know, then of course it works like that. If you were on earlier on when we were talking about collaborative, you know, funding and all that, also search for what you can do for those organizations. Search for what you can do for them. You know, one thing, like, for example, okay, let me digress a bit. When we look at the schools, especially the private universities that are just coming up, who are cash strapped and need all kinds of help and assistance and funding, one thing I can easily say is that as a new university, organize yourself to become a source of primary data for some institution outside, or some institution in a wealthier clime than ours. Lasisi, do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm taking note of every point. Just a recap.
Yeah.
Fundraising strategy, placement memorandum,
yeah,
the business plan, and the 3 to 5 year strategic plan.
Yeah.
The responsibilities, more like the RASI.
Yeah.
RASI matrix, you know, for execution of the key mandates within.
That is
capture.
It. That is it.
And then the aspect of collaboration.
Yes, but by the time you go through serious brainstorming and research, you will get more than you need. And then always look for what you can do for your potential funder. And if there's anybody who wants to start a private university, honestly, let's talk. It's one of the most, you know, encouraging areas to go into if you are ready to do it. You see, because you can be producing students for specific markets. You know, you don't just produce students for, you know, to go into the world. Target production. You're producing students for particular industries. All right. There are universities today where students leave campus and just walk across the road and they get into jobs. And when I mean walk across the road, literally, I know what I'm talking about, because there are specific companies scattered around them. For example, the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University is not Nelson Mandela University in Port Elizabeth, South Africa, you know, has a strong mechatronics department. The mechatronics students could easily find work in the over 4 car assembling plants in Port Elizabeth. So as much as is possible, you know, let us see how we can, you know, develop symbiotic relationships with our potential funders. Now, let me tell you this. I'm very sure, you know, that the mechatronics department of Nelson Mandela University in South Africa is getting lots of grants and lots of support from those car manufacturing companies. And you're talking of Nissan, you're talking of Mercedes, you're talking of Toyota, and I think BMW. Those are the 4, you know, in the town called Port Elizabeth. So look at your organization and say, how can I develop a symbiotic relationship with my potential funder? Then, you know, begin to make those approaches. Begin to make those approaches. And as you make those approaches, they will find you very interesting, especially where your vision and your mission, you know, they meet. I just want to say thank you. We will overshot our time by 22 minutes, and I'm grateful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Lasisi. So please, we can always talk. We can always talk, all right?
All right.
All right. So for every one of you that attended, I will be sending you fund alert for the next 1 month, and then also a list of maybe 10 prime funding organizations that just might want to, look at what you are doing. So if you could also, just send me your email. Okay, we have access to your email addresses, but if we can just get into communication, you can do that, reva.ogo@Peniel Consulting. And when you do that, you can let me know exactly what your organizational state is, what kind of social impact projects you are thinking of, and then we can get into communication. At the same time, we share with you our training programs and our grant writing services. We provide grant writing services. We provide strategy development services. We also provide events management for galas, anywhere, in sub-Saharan Africa and in the UK. We'll be ready, to work concisely with you, and productively, successfully, of course. So thank you, everyone. We look forward to seeing you at our next live presentation.